Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you miss me. It's Coach P, aka Goat Doe of the Unofficial Assistant Coaches. You might know me as Coach Oos. Honorary Uso. We back at it with the number 11 Texas Longhorns versus the number 3 Alabama Crimson Tide. First off, make sure you join the biggest movement on Patreon involving sports. That's the Patreon page of the TheUACoaches. Patreon.com/Coach John Doe. Shout out to those who watched the game with me as I did live audio. This last game versus Texas only on Patreon. It's 2 tiers. You can join us, a $5 tier and a $10 tier. Everybody on Patreon will be able to listen to the last game and this upcoming game with Coach Doe on Patreon. But after next game, you can only listen live on the $10 tier. You notice our number 1 platform, YouTube. We will be feeding YouTube content all year, but best believe by the time it hit YouTube, those loyal Patreon followers have probably been seen it a few times by the time YouTube get it. Last week we dropped 7 minutes or 43 minutes worth of breakdown on YouTube, and some of y'all thought that 7 minutes was the whole breakdown. No, for the whole breakdown, follow us over to Patreon. Link in the description and the comments. So if you support the TheUACoaches, Patreon is where it's at. Not $5 a week, not $10 a game, but for as low as $5 a month for the price of a drink at a game, you can support the fastest growing channel on Patreon. For all you that say, hey coach, let me buy you a beer. Well, here's that beer. Just join Patreon and I feel like you bought me a whole bottle of the good stuff. Now back to the reason y'all all here. Bama versus Texas. Bama 2-7-1 versus Texas all time. We had a worse record versus Texas of any team we played over 2 times. As a matter of fact, Bear Bryant never beat Texas. He was 0-3-1. We got Saban versus another assistant, 28-2 so far. That record ain't too shabby. Losses coming to Jimbo Fishy Fish and Kirby, who only smart because he mastered cloning before Mo Science, trying to pull another Kobe Jordan sports moment in football. Man has studied the GOAT for years and took the whole formula to the sorry side of the SEC. Now that's smart. But today we got old bottle popping Sark. Word is they found a couple bottles of Casamigos in his office prior to Saturday. It can't be confirmed. Bama had problems with Tex in the past, but it all changed in 2010. As a matter of fact, the last 2 times big games versus Texas, we took their quarterback out. Yeah, I remember yours last year, but going back to that 2010 championship, Big Marcel, shout out to Hubman High School. Let's go, baby. Only 2nd game in Tuscaloosa versus these 2. The first one, Texas won, of course, way back in the day. But it is a new day, and since that championship run in 2010, Bama done won 5 more championships. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's get straight to it. First play, pre-snap. Gonna have some pre-snap motion. Send them wide, send them over here. We got 3 versus 2. 3 versus 2. Of course, they got the numbers over here. Easy money right there. Just the numbers game. 3 versus 2. Look how far back the last defender was to fill up that 3-way pyramid. 2 blockers on the first 2 guys, and he's trying to make that last guy miss. Second play of the game. Just start trying to keep y'all balanced. Look at this, pre-snap motion. I ain't even worried about nothing on that side. All the action coming down here. Look at old Downs channeling his inner Ruben. Come here, bow! Oh my goodness, downhill. Downs turned down for what? That boy coming downhill. 2nd and 8, watch 17 Marshall right here. 17, you gotta shoot that gap, man. We can get a loss right here. We can at least get him at that black line, and when you finally did meet him in the hole, he bounced off you and almost got away. You crunk, but we could have had him at that black line. Instead, he got about 3. You sat there and waited on him. Meet him in that hole, man, Alabama style. Y'all be waiting on these guys to come on your side of the block. I see if that edge wasn't sealed like that, maybe, and you scared he can bounce it outside, you want to make sure he coming through that hole. But he had nowhere to go but to come through that hole. Go meet him, man. 3rd and 5, we can get off the field right here. Let's go and get off this field. We got a cheetah package look, even though Dallas end up putting his hand in the ground. We still got 2 standing up here. 34 want to come around. 41 want to replace over here, but can he replace? Nope. Lost the whole containment. 34 came around on the stunt. 41 should have came and replaced this spot to keep that quarterback from getting around that edge like that. He ended up getting blocked, so that whole edge got just blowed up. Just free. Bama just giving out Christmas gifts early this year. Early Christmas gifts. Who want them? I guess Texas is the first to receive. 2nd down. Young Malachi looking like the old Malachi when he first got to Bama. Come here. Bow! That ball come out. That should be us. Who end up getting on that ball? They end up getting on it, but it should count. Not only did he catch it, he looked upfield and put his hand off to block the first guy coming in. That's a football move. He secured the ball and put his hand up to block the next guy coming in. It happened fast. Now you gonna tell me how this ain't a football play. Well, watch this. Show me this other angle. Show me this angle. Look at that hand. I got the ball security and I'm trying to push you off with the other hand. I got the ball security and tried to push you off with the off arm. How don't I have possession? I sucked the ball in, embraced it with one arm, and went to push you off with the left hand. And then he knocked it through his leg. How is that not a fumble? Watch, I catch it, secure it, then put my left hand out to stop the hit. I switch hand, put it in, and now I'm trying to push you off with the left hand, which caused the fumble. He wasn't bobbling and trying to get control of the ball. He switched it to one hand, tried to use the other hand to stop me, and I knocked it out. It don't matter how fast I knocked it out. He made a football move. Not only did he square his bite up to go upfield and come upfield, he secured the ball and used the other hand to push me off. There go the catch. Secure the ball. Go toward the field. Now I got the ball. I got the ball. And I'm reaching to block this guy. And we at home. But it's Vegas and it's Texas. Come on, man. Get out of here.